So, Greg, you mentioned that you did some acting and you were a musician in the earlier years.
Yeah.
So, if you could go back and do something creative now, what kind of a project would you do? Or
If I could go back and do something creative, just to reiterate what I said earlier, being an AD is very creative. It can be. It depends on how far along you want to go in the process. That said, I would probably try to get one of my features made. I've written screenplays. Saying you have a feature in this business, if you can't walk into a restaurant and say who's got a headshot and a friend in Paramount and a script, everybody's going to raise their hand. Every waiter's going to come up with. But that doesn't mean a lot. But I've written screenplays, and my bent is I like to find real life stories and then either tell those stories or embellish them. Whether it's taking something that's sort of quasi a ludicrous idea and then taking it someplace else, or I optioned a book based on a hijacking back in 1972, and I tried to retell that story because I thought the truth was so fantastical that just telling that story would be amazing. Over the years, I've done short films and been in festivals and won awards and that kind of thing. I would love to do that.
so, has there been a TV show or a movie or something that you've seen or you've worked on that you think or you consider was like an ideal project? Everything went smooth, and
You mean a project that I worked on that when everything went great?
or like a friend of yours worked on or something, or is that even
You know,
possible?
I've worked. It's funny that you mentioned this because I think about, when you come home from work and I have kids, and my oldest said to me, "You're always telling us about what wacky things went on that day. Did it ever go well?" And I said, and I thought about it for a little while. I said, you don't come home and go, "It was great today, nothing happened." That's boring. You want to tell the one thing, or the stupid person, the guy parked, the extra that fell over. You want to tell the funny story. But in reality, I think I've been on a lot of very good shows. Every show is going to have challenges. I did what's called a 1090 for FX channel with Kelsey Grammer and Martin Lawrence. And, we had our challenges on that show. It was a blast to shoot. It was very fun. It was very efficient. I hope it gets picked up. So if you guys are watching out there. But it was a lot of fun. And I would say that was a very fun show. I did Time Code, which we spoke about off camera, which was a Mike Figgis project. And while that, again, had its challenges because of what the type of film it was, 4 cameras shooting all at once, a complete movie with 0 cuts, just one long take. And that had its challenges, but was such a blast to be able to do. I think, for me, I love being on shows that are challenging. If I had to do a show where every day we shot the same, or a commercial shooting hamburgers, I would kill myself. Because, all right, cue the meat. What is that? I don't know what that is. That's boring to me. Every now and then it's good to have those jobs. But yeah, I would say I've been on some great jobs. I did a commercial on a cruise ship that was probably one of the best jobs I had, because we got to go on 3 different cruises and see all the islands, and be on a cruise ship. So yeah, I've been on some great shows.
Sounds great. Well, thank you for talking with me today.
My pleasure.